They knew she was coming and knew she could summon a rain of destruction to make the levees crumble to nothing. But still they were shuffling and hoping that the huffing and puffing wouldn't knock the stuffing out the Superdome's construction. They bluffed in, passed the buck when the people were suffering. Condi bought some shoes and Bush went to Republican functions. The final nailing the coffins, gentrified reconstruction from companies looking to profit from Katrina's destruction. How many cats start a gang and get incarcerated, then turn around and get Nobel nominated? It ain't complicated. Tukey rehabilitated bangers from his cell through the changes that he demonstrated. Stayed hated and ghetto appreciated. Gang affiliated, mentally emancipated. Should have been exonerated, but it's all correlated. Cops be the gang to keep the ghetto concentrated. Leaders get elected, keeping blacks congregated in the prison system that's vicious and overpopulated. But what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Come on, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Come on, what you gonna do? Yo, born illegitimate in this criminal syndicate that's hostile to immigrants and murders its indigenous. If you ain't got their logo on your birth certificate, your worth is insignificant, especially if you're pigmented. But they need you for their businesses or their position is. Work them and jerk them, but don't give them any benefits. Then ship them over to Iraq to kill the militants. And if they make it back alive, maybe we'll call them citizens. We know that's BS. From Chicago to TX, amnistía por todos emigrantes islos to BX. You might have seen them in the street about 1 million deep, but it wasn't Farrakhan that they was hearing speak. They barricaded and ain't accepting defeat till the governor's running for cover on his bare feet. They got students and teachers, indigenous people, leaders striking and fighting for freedom to topple people that cheat them. If you ain't been checking the papers, brother, you need to read them. Knowledge helps to build a solidarity. They need to beat them. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Come on, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Come on, what you gonna do? Yo, ask a veteran about his medicine and if this war was worth the Purple Heart he got for his prosthetic limb. Ask Swift if she would be a vet again after getting raped and threatened by her ranking men. Something stankin' when recruiters start to bend and use the very lies that maimed and took life from their friends. These wounds will never mend till the war's brought to an end. The troops are home and true Iraqis rule Iraq again. Yo, this is the 5th time they've had to resist. Zionists collabing with Roman imperialists. Hezbollah's the only Arab force down to enlist. Guerrilla tactics on the side of Palestine, and all this is not even about the Torah or the Quran. Religion was politics before democracy dawned. Hypocrisy spawned long before the Jews or Islam. Invasion and occupation have always been wrong. Leaders tried to deceive us with the flag and a psalm. That's why their road to liberation's filled with martyrs and bombs. And not the ones that's getting tucked under arms, but the ones the U.S. gives the IDF to do harm. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Come on, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Agonize or organize, stand aside or mobilize, close your eyes or strategize. I'ma speak on it so we can meet on it, so we can roll deep all up in the streets on it. And that's that.